The YT16 headlight torch. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Nice to have you along again for another review. Today's review, we have an induction headlight, YY16. Now, the difference between this is, I've been given this to review by a TikTok shop, another one, and there's a lot of hype on other channels where, they're expensive, like, such brands as Aerolite and things like that. And they're so expensive. And I get it. It's a good brand and it's quality. And, they are good for what they are. They are a reputable company. Not knocking them. But on this channel, we like to do things, from a different perspective. I like to look at things slightly cheaper, more for the average person that can't afford everything. I'm coming up with a video shortly in regards to that. I'm looking at doing an overnight camp for £100. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to go and explore, try and find, sleeping bags, tents, camping stoves, things like that. I'm going to put a whole price list on for everyone. And I'm going to try and do it for £100 for a family of 3 to 4-ish, depending on what I can get. So if I can start, even if I can get one family out, to set themselves up for £100, I think that would be absolutely great. Not only does it get people, going out camping, exploring adventures, things like that, it doesn't have to be expensive, okay? And when things like this come along my way, this particularly is about £3.37. I've looked it up on the TikTok shop, and it's about right. They come in different shapes, different sellers do them at different prices, but £3.37. Look at that. Looks quite smart. Downside is it's not going to be a great brand. What I do like about this, it does come with an 18650 battery. Now, in my eyes, they are absolutely fantastic batteries. I use them all the time. They last so long. They're great. When they break, you can swap them out, put them in something new. They're just brilliant for what they are. And when they sent me this, I thought, yeah, we can do a review on this because I like things like this. They might be slightly cheaper, and they might, even if it only lasts a year or two, for £3, even if it gets you out camping once, just to try it, just to see if you like it or not. It's got to be better than spending all that money and all that money wasted to never use it again. I thought that's great. So when I got sent this, and what I like about this one is USB-C, which is great. I do like them chargers. They're a lot better than the old micros. Never been a fan of them. They always seem to break eventually. One 18650 battery in this. What I like about this is has a magnet on it, so it'd be great for a car or anything like that, keep in your glove box and stuff. And this attaches, and I like that it's got a clip. Now you can put that on your belt, you can put that on your bag strap, things like that. I do like that design. That's great. And I did a review on the blue car headlight torch, and it didn't have a magnet, and I wished it would have had a magnet. That would have been a great feature. But apart from that, that was another great headlight torch. Go check that out in my videos, guys. That's another good one. Now this one is an induction one. Now in my last video, I just called it the wavy feature. I've never really understood, but apparently it's called induction. So this does have the induction mode on it. So if we go into it, you've got high beam, low beam. That's like a wide angled lens. Sorry guys, blinding you there. It's like a wider angle. If you see that, that's on the second light. And then you have like a dual band one where it'll just light up a big radius. Flashing mode, which is always good. And then if you click it back onto the main one and you hold the power button, it should give you a short flash. And then now you have your wavy feature or induction mode. Good thing I like about this torch is it has, you can't really see that on the camera guys, sorry, but it does have 4 LEDs. Now I've looked in the instructions and it does say that the modes are every 25%, which is great. You get to look at your torch. I love things with a battery indicator on. It's a shame that it stays on. Yeah, that stays on, unfortunately. It's a shame that it stays on when the light's on. Shame that it wasn't like a double click button or something like that that could just give you an indication. Because obviously that is still using power, unfortunately. But it's a good little torch. £3.37. You can't really knock it. We'll get on some testing. We'll see how long it lasts. But I thought that's a nice little headlight torch. It's already bright using it indoors, and I thought, yeah, it's pretty good. Now, I can't see any way of taking the battery out, which is an absolute shame. It looks like it's a sealed unit with these 4 screws at the back. Now, that's a shame because I do like when you can have separate batteries, especially when it dies eventually, and you can just unscrew it, pull it out, put another one in, and away you go again. That's a really bright LED. I do like that. And when it came up at £3.37, I couldn't grumble. I thought, what can you get for £3.37? That's just great. If it gets you out camping in your family and you enjoy, the outdoors and stuff because you've never really been out, I thought that's just brilliant that you can, it's just something cheap. Go out, explore. If you enjoy it, once you get going a while, you can start upgrading your kit and stuff. And I thought something like this was great for a cheap little item. Now it does clip back on there. That is adjustable, obviously. You get 180 view on that. The only thing downside is, don't know how long these will last. That's the only unfortunate thing about it. It will eventually wear. They'll probably snap. You probably end up standing on it, or as you're going through the woods and stuff, hitting a tree and one of these little arms snap off. That's a shame. Strap looks really nice and comfy. Shame it doesn't have a pad on there. I do like to see a pad on a torch, on a headlight torch. Just makes it comfortable. It doesn't give you headaches and things like that. And you don't want to be walking around with lines in your head. And after a while, it just seems to give you a bit of a headache. That's a shame. Nice strap though, nice and thick. I like a nice thick strap. It's always good to have. Again, USB-C, definitely, yeah, we said that before. I do like these USB-Cs. They just seem to charge so much better, faster. I've never had one of these plugs yet, go funny on me. They just work for that price. You can't grumble. You think you'd get a micro one, but I'm glad they started to phase them out now. I've never been really interested in micro Cs, but the smaller ones, that's fine. The actual C, sorry, not the micro ones. I do prefer them a lot better. So guys, let me know what you think. We'll get on with some testing. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. So guys, welcome back. What do we think? 4 hours, £3.30-ish, 37 I think it was. Wow, really? I mean, for winter time, it gets dark about what, 4-ish. I think it's not going to last long. You know, you probably say 4 till 8. You're not really going to get much time, you know, camping at a winter time. But most people don't camp in winter anyway. It's only for the hardcore survivalist people like myself, and that just like to take yourselves off and go for a wild camp somewhere. But you know, come summertime when you're with your family and stuff, and it gets dark around about 10ish. I think that's a great little light. You know, you get a couple of nights out of that. I would have said. I just think £3.37. That's great. You know, it's really bright. It lit up the garden perfectly. The beam was fantastic on it. You know, with the dual lights and stuff. I thought that's just amazing. It really does kick out, quite a bit of power. And for nearly 4 hours of use, I did roughly charge it fully before the video. But again, it might even last a bit longer if it's on a different charge. But we did it on the low beam, as we always do. See how long it actually would last. Unfortunately, you can't have that light on its own. So I didn't know if that's like a different LED, and it looks like a smaller LED, which would have lasted a lot longer. You can only have that one on high or low, but then that one comes on either way. You can't have that one on its own, which is a shame. But you know what? For a cheap headlight torch, what do you expect? But for GUI Solutions, I think this is a great little torch, guys. Thank you for sending it to me. We'll see you on the next one.